Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. With the name of Allah, the most merciful and the beneficent. Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Today our discussion topic is about future perfect tense in Urdu, fail, mustaqbil, mukam. First of all, you should know what is future perfect tense, in which the tense in which action performed in future but in perfect. That means if the work has been completed in future, it means this is the sentence of future perfect tense. Identification in Urdu. फिक्रे के आखिर में कर चुका होगा, कर चुकी होगी, कर चुके होंगे, कर लिया होगा, कर ली होगी, कर लिए होंगे वगैरह आते हैं। जैसे मैंने खाना खा लिया होगा, मैं खाना खा चुका होगा, वो स्कूल जा चुके होंगे, परिंदे हवा में उड़ चुके होंगे, etc. Now come to the simple sentences. We already know simple sentences are also called positive sentences and affirmative sentences. Now come to the formula. First of all, we will use subject. Then we will use will have or shall have. We will have to decide, we will have to choose between these two helping words. Then we will use third form of verb, then object, then full stop. In all perfect tenses, students, we use third form of verb. Either the sentence of present perfect tense, past perfect tense, and future perfect tense. But there are some changings of only helping verbs. Just like in present definite tense, we will use has or have plus third form of verb. But in past perfect tense, we will use had, then third form of verb. But in future perfect tense, we will use will have or shall have. Then we will use third form of verb. Third form of verb will be used. Now come to the next. With shall have, we will use ing. Will have, we will use with he, she, it, they, you, plus singular noun, plus plural noun and plural noun. What is singular noun? Noun means name of person, place or thing. And what is singular? Singular means only one. Just like Aisha. Aisha will have done her work, etc. And what are plural nouns? Plural nouns are more than one. It may be 2, 3, 4 names. Now come to the examples. मैं गाना गा चुका हूँगा. What is मैं here? मैं is performing the action. That's why it is the subject. And what is action? गा चुका हूँगा. It is verb. On which action performs? It is object. I have already told you in English, subject, verb and object. We follow this formula. But in Urdu, we will follow subject, object, then verb. That means object will take the place of verb and verb will take the place of object. Now come to the English translation. We will follow this formula and you will have to learn this formula by heart. If you will learn the formulas of tenses, it will be very easy for all of you to do translation of these sentences. First of all, we are using here subject. And what is the subject here? I. Will have or shall have, we have put here shall have because with I, we will use shall have. And right after the have, we will use third form of verb. गाना गा चुका हूँगा. गा चुका हूँगा, sing, sing. And what is the third form? Sing, sang, sung. So that's why we are using here third form of verb. Then a song. It is the object. It is subject, it is verb and it is object. Now come to the next sentence. वो क्रिकेट खेल चुका होगा. Wo. What is the translation of wo? He. But what is wo here? It is the subject here. And what is cricket here? It is the object. खेल चुका होगा. It is the verb. Now come to the translation. What is the translation of wo? It is he. We have written here he. With he we will use will have. So that's why we have put here will have. Then third form of verb khelna, play, and third form of verb played. Then we have used here object cricket. That means the sentences will be like that. I shall have sung a song. He will have played cricket. Now students, come to the negative sentences. In negative sentences, you already know that we use this formula: subject plus will not have or shall not have plus third form of verb, then object, then verb. That means will have and shall have. These are the helping verbs. But first one is the main helping verb and the other one is the supporting helping verb. If you will find two helping verbs in the sentence, in the formula, the first one is the main helping verb, the other one is the supporting helping verb. That's why shall is also the main helping verb and have is the supporting helping verb. So we will use not right after the main helping verb. You have observed that I have written here not right after the main helping verb. Now come to the sentence. मैं गाना नहीं गा चुका हूँ. I shall not have. We have followed this formula. I shall not have sung a song. वो क्रिकेट नहीं खेल चुके होंगे. He will not have played cricket. Students, if you will use not right after the have, then the sentence will be considered totally wrong. So you will have to learn that you will use not right after the main helping verb. Now students, come to the interrogative sentences. What are interrogative sentences? In which questions are asked. Questions जो है वो पूछे जाते हैं कि क्या ऐसा हुआ, क्या वो खाना खा चुका था, क्या मैंने काम कर लिया था, क्या वो स्कूल जा चुके थे. यानी कि ऐसे sentences जिसमें क्वेश्चन पूछे गए हैं. The sentences in which questions are asked, those sentences are called interrogative sentences. In interrogative sentences, we already know we use helping verb in the beginning of the sentence. But if you will find two helping verbs in the tense or sentence, you will put main helping verb in the beginning of the sentence. We know will or shall are the main helping verb. Just like I have already told you, main will is the main helping verb and shall is the main helping verb in future perfect tense, and have is also the helping verb, but it is supporting helping verb. But come to the interrogative sentences, we will put main helping verb in the beginning of the sentence. Then we will use subject. Right after the subject we will use have. Then we will use third form of verb. Then object. Then in the end we will put question mark. We will follow this formula and we will make the sentence. क्या मैं गाना गा चुका हूँगा? Shall. With I we will use shall. So that's why we have used here shall. Shall I have? Supporting helping verb we will use right after the subject. Right after the subject we are using have. So shall I have sung a sung? Question mark. That's mean only the helping verbs are taking place in the beginning, but the structure of the sentence will be remain same. Now come to the next point, next sentence. क्या वो क्रिकेट खेल चुका होगा? Will we have used here. We have to choose between these two. So with he we will use will. Will he have? Right after the he we are using here supporting helping verb. Will he have played cricket? In the end we have put here question mark. I hope so you have understood how we make interrogative sentence. Students, now come to the WH words. First of all, you should know what are WH words: when, where, which, who, whom. These words are called WH words. If you will find these words in the sentence, you will have to translate these words first of all into English, but in Urdu you will find कैसे, किधर, कहाँ, कौन. So we will do translation of when, where, which, who, whom. Then we will use main helping verb. We already know will and shall are the main helping verbs of future perfect tense. And right after the will and shall we will use subject. And right after subject we will use have. Then third form of verb. Then object. Then in the end we will put question mark. Now come to the sentence. मैं गाना कब गा चुका हूँगा? So we have decided to write here when. We have written here when. We have done the translation of when here. Then right after the when we have used here shall, because with I we will use shall. Then right after the I we have used supporting helping verb have. Then third form of verb. Then also. The next sentence is वो क्रिकेट किधर खेलेंगे, कहाँ खेलेंगे. And what is the translation of कहाँ? Where. वो क्रिकेट कहाँ खेलेगा? खेल चुका होगा. So we have do the translation. We have done the translation of where here. Then right after the where we have used main helping verb. We are using will with he. So right after the he we have used here have. Then we have used here third form of verb played. Then we have used object, and in the end we have put question mark. I hope so students you have understood all the formulas which I have discussed in this lecture. First of all, you should learn the identification, then learn the formulas, then learn the vocabulary which are using in your examples or exercise. Then it will be very easy for all of you to make the sentences. मेरी तरफ से अल्लाह हाफिज़.